It's been a few weeks since we did our first impressions on the LG TONE Free HBS FN6, and throughout these few weeks I realized a few things about this pair of true wireless earbuds, so let me share with you right here. So we've already talked about the unboxing experience of the LG TONE Free HBS FN6, and I've already gone through what's inside the box, but I just want to focus on the earbuds, ear tips as of now. As I mentioned in the unboxing video, there are a total of 3 different sizes that are included. S and L, and then the M size is pre-included, pre-installed more like. And the first thing that I did when I used this pair of true wireless earbuds is changing it to the small size ear tips. And then I realized that my ears are way too big for small size, so I changed it back to medium, but the medium size is just too big for my ears. So eventually I did settle for the medium size ear tip, but I had to stuff it into my ear canal a little bit deeper to get a better fit. Now, that's not an issue here because the silicone used for that ear tip is actually pretty soft compared to other brands. And when it comes to comfort, I actually didn't remember I was wearing these earbuds for a long time because it's just very lightweight. So now for the listening test. LG really boasted their partnership with Meridian Audio in pursuit of the best sound quality available on a true wireless earbuds. And by default, the LG TONE Free HBS FN6 actually sounds pretty meh, which is why in our original video, our first video, I quickly tuned it to treble boost because I listened to big band jazz at the time, so treble boost on big band jazz just sounds right. But when I started using this pair of earbuds and then dive into my weird pool of music, I realized that I need something more dynamic in terms of its equalizer. And thankfully the LG TONE Free app is very user friendly and I can tune that equalizer to however I want. So eventually I settled in for this equalizer right here, and the bass sounds good, vocal sounds excellent, and the trebles are still excellent. The UI for its custom EQ here is actually very excellent, and I managed to fine tune it to just exactly how I want it to be. And there are 2 custom profiles that you can set, but I only use one because if one of the EQ profiles is really good enough, then why do you need a second one, right? So skipping all of the boasts that LG and Meridian makes, I just want to say this. What the HBS FN6 provides here is the flexibility to tune the audio however you want it to be without any distortion, which is just something that is not commonly found in the market right now. Both the left and right sides of the earbuds are also having this touch sensitive panel, so you can tap them to control your music and volume and whatnot. The thing is, the touch sensitive panel here is a bit overly sensitive, and whenever I just want to readjust the position of the earbuds in my ear, I will accidentally trigger something. And you can also customize them in the app itself, which is excellent. But there are just a few shortcuts that you can't customize, particularly long pressing either side to enable or disable the audio hear through mode. I think they're calling it hear through mode or the ambient sound mode. Whichever it is, it just means that you can hear the surrounding while you are having that earbud in your ears. The ambient sound mode is actually pretty weird here because when you enable ambient sound, everything just doesn't sound natural. It sounds very artificial and it's just weird. So most of the time I just outright disable this feature. And there's also no way to disable the proximity sensor on the pair of earbuds. The proximity here is actually to detect if you are wearing or not wearing the earbuds, so your music will play or pause accordingly. If there's no way to disable this function, that means whenever you just have one side of the earbuds plugged in and then you take out the other side, then both sides will pause the music. And while we're here, I also want to talk about the microphone quality on the LG TONE Free HBS FN6 because the microphones are pointed downwards towards the mouth with the stem, and here's how it sounds.
This is how the LG HBS FN6 microphone sounds with it plugged into my ears.
And now for the charging case. I'm still very amazed by the fact that LG packed in a UV sterilizer into this thing. They call it the UV nanotechnology. And the problem I have with that is that in the spec sheets, it says that you have to plug it into the charger, and then within 10 minutes, it will kill 99.99% of all the germs and bacteria and whatnot on your speaker port. My problem is, I don't know if it's done sanitizing or it's still in progress, because the LED doesn't tell you that it's sterilizing, and there's no sound to tell you or any sort of chime to tell you that it has finished sanitizing. So it's more like, how do I describe this? You have to believe that it has sanitized your ear tips. I really don't know how to describe it. Once I plug it in, I'll just leave it there for 10 minutes, and then within 10 minutes, no, after 10 minutes, pick it up, and hopefully it has already been sanitized, because there's just no way to check it. Now, as for the battery life, the LG TONE Free HBS FN6 is actually pretty amazing. In a single charge, it can actually last for about 6 hours with the hear through ambient sound mode turned off and also at a comfortable listening level. And this case here, this tiny little case, can provide 2 more additional charges for the earbuds themselves, so it totals up to about 18 hours worth of listening time within just one charge, which I think is just amazing. So finally, for the price of 599 ringgit on Shopee, I think the LG HBS FN6 is a very good competitor against some of the big boys in the market right now, especially since it has the stem to point the microphone towards your mouth instead of those conventional one where microphones are perpendicular to your face. And I think that's just a really good feature to have. And the app itself is also very nice, very user-friendly, and also very tunable to however you want it to be, especially the equalizer. So for the price of 599 ringgit, I think it's actually pretty worth it. So yeah, that's it. If you have any questions, do leave them down in the comment section below. We'll try to answer them whenever we can, and we'll see you next time. Oh, by the way, this is 8-Bit Big Band. I recommend you to check them out if you want to listen to some retro music in big band jazz format. It's real good.